Hi, Katrina Madewell here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the things that a lot of you have been asking me about lately. The HOA imposing minimum time frames to own before you can actually rent your property. Here's why this is so important, and here's why I'm a huge advocate for this very same topic. Number one, you don't want the renter concentration in any neighborhood to be too high. Let's face it, homeowners and renters care for their property very differently. So if your renter concentration gets too high, not only will they not care for the property the same way, but it actually impacts other things such as home mortgage lending, which could be an issue for you in the future if you need to sell to a regular buyer. The second reason why this is really important is you don't want too much corporate or hedge fund control in your neighborhood. So think about this. If you have a huge percentage, let's say even more than 50% of the homes in your neighborhood that are owned by corporations or hedge funds, think about how they can actually control the market in either direction. So if they want property values to drop, all they have to do is list a bunch of properties for way below market, and now the property values in your neighborhood have substantially diminished. The same is true on the flip side. They control the way the housing market moves and the rent prices in that particular neighborhood. So think seriously about allowing the HOA to impose some rent controls in terms of a minimum 1-year ownership or 2-year ownership before the property can be leased. It will serve you very well in the long-term valuation of your property. The final thought on this topic is if you have too much corporate or hedge fund control, they can actually do things such as abolish the HOA entirely. Think about this. Some of you may have purchased in an HOA community because you like the look of the neighborhood. You like the minimum standards and you like the way the property has been kept up. With this being said, if corporations or hedge funds have the majority control in your neighborhood, they can actually abolish or eliminate or completely wipe out your HOA rules, covenants, restrictions, and fees. And if you think this will not have a significant impact on your property value, research some of the neighborhoods and the homes in the Tampa Bay area that have eliminated or abolished their HOA, and you can drive through those neighborhoods and see a substantial, absolutely noticeably difference. So I've been getting this question a lot lately from many of you that are saying that your HOA is sending out a vote about imposing a minimum time frame to own before you can rent. And the truth is, by the time the HOA brings this to you guys to vote, because many of them have not been paying attention to what's going on, your renter concentration is likely already very, very high. You may have a renter across the street or next door to you or several on your street. So as a homeownership person myself, an advocate for homeownership and a homeowner, highly recommend that you have a minimum time frame in place before you can rent your home. This is Katrina Madewell. I hope I've answered your question and some of the concerns you may have had around your HOA trying to impose a minimum time frame of ownership before the property can be leased. As always, call or text me for more information on this or to get some real estate help as well as a market update on your home. Happy to provide that for you every year as a professional service. Have an amazing day.